Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Matriarch Motivation Podcast. You may be finding this in podcast form or on YouTube. My name is Julia. I own Pretty Aggressive Industries. I'm a certified personal trainer, certified nutrition coach, and certified transformation coach. I also run a 3-month premium coaching program based on the pillars of resiliency to help people learn to live, to thrive in this life, because simply surviving is bullshit. I created Matriarch Motivation for 2 reasons. First, to add to the choir of incredible and strong female voices who have or are already making their contribution by inspiring women to level up their minds, hearts, and lives, sharing stories and advice that encourage us to change the world. Second, to offer a voice I felt was missing in this community, specifically one that is based in the beliefs that events and changes come from within us. The universe does not move our mountains. We do. We need to stop offering credit to the cosmos, calling ourselves lucky and blessed. We bring in what we put out, and we earn what we work for. Today's topic is picking your lesson. Not only have I seen this time and time again, but I have experienced it myself. As we begin our healing, recovery, health, growth journey, we scream to the skies above us, "What is my lesson?" It is a powerful skill to look at our struggles as assignments. We begin to understand that in each and every challenge, hardship, fuck up, mistake, aggravation, torment, conflict, there is opportunity. Being able to drag your fine ass out of the mud, out of that victimhood mentality, is a self-growth revelation of biblical standards, one that too few of us have taken. We finally change not just the tone of our voice, but the frequency of our energy in how we show up. We no longer ask the question, "Why me?" with rhetoric. We go hunting for answers. But this is where so many of us get caught. The first step of the change has happened. We no longer take life's curveballs on the chin and wallow in our own blood splatter anymore. We no longer cry and whine over the shitty hand we got dealt. We don't blame others and get wrapped up in toxic, self-soothing habits. We take responsibility. We take ownership. It's not just looking on the bullshit bright side. We set out and do the work. We open our hearts and minds to growth and the discomfort of peeling our eyes open to learn. Now, where we get caught is when we believe that answers get offered. Not only do we wait for a sign, a symbol, a suggestion from the universe, the cosmos, God, Mother Nature, we give them credit when we find it. We say, the universe is trying to teach me patience. We say, God is sending me the very clear message that this isn't my path. We say, this is Mother Nature telling me to let go. No, bitch, that's you. You are choosing that interpretation. It's confirmation bias. It's our subconscious putting pieces together in the 94% of our brains we don't have conscious access to and coughing it up for us. Otherwise known as intuition. You are going to find the lesson you are looking for. You are reading the text and throwing a filter on it, not realizing they're all labeled selfie in different languages. When you come out of a fight and coach asks, "What did you learn?" You are the only one who decides that. You and your brain and your eyes had the one and only front row seat to that experience. I have been there, white knuckling my steering wheel on the side of the road, demanding through hot tears into the void, "What is my lesson? What am I supposed to learn from this?" With nothing but silence as my answer. My mind is blank. It's just white noise underwater. Then we try to wait. It could be hours or days, just waiting for something we believe to be greater than ourselves to fall out of the sky or show up in random, poignant places wrapped with a little bow on top, telling us which particular place within ourselves requires attention, change, or growth. Yet, while we waste that time waiting, we don't really waste it, do we? We start talking to our friends about what happened. We start asking for mentorship or advice. We go back to the books that have helped us in the past or pick new books on the topics that connect with our pain. We begin pulling apart the sequence of events or clues and hints of where we went wrong or could have done better. In this investigation, our lesson appears as though out of divine delivery, as though just at the right time, the stars have aligned and shown us the light. Again, I say, no bitch, that's you. Did you not hear me describe the work you just put in? The only reason it took longer for you to receive the lesson you needed to learn is because you began the assignment with the idea that someone or something was hoarding the pieces you needed to grow. It's breadcrumbs. The only thing between you and that next breadcrumb is your footsteps. No one and nothing is hiding it from you or holding it back until just the right time. If you found a lesson out of a struggle, it's because you chose to. It's because you saw it. You allowed it. Do you know how many idiots are wandering around not learning lessons from their challenges and struggles, even when they're being shoved in their faces? Stop putting credit in the hands of others. The only thing worse than having a sense of entitlement, believing that you deserve things you didn't work for, is believing that someone else deserves the credit for work you did. It is decision. It is choice. Just like you decided and chose to start seeing the bullshit life shows up with as assignments, you decided and chose what that assignment is going to be. Whether it's forgiveness, cutting out toxic people, to put more focus on family rather than work, to get serious about your physical health, that a relationship isn't right for you, stop buying houseplants because you can't take care of them, or that housing your addict sister is just enabling her. You pick, you decide, you choose. It's Amazon.com, not Secret Santa. The experience might be a shock or surprise, but what you chose to take away from that should be calculated. In addition to being in control of picking your lesson or growth out of your difficulties and hardships, don't just pick one. If you are only learning one lesson from your challenge, you aren't looking deep enough. You aren't thinking hard enough. You are not analyzing that situation to its full potential for your growth. That's the other problem with believing your lesson is coming from powers outside yourself. It sets unacknowledged limits. This profound teaching or realization gets dropped in our lap from our creator. Then we become obsessed with that original message. We stop, we cap ourselves. None of our experiences are one-sided. It's a Rubik's Cube, a prism, a kaleidoscope. You should be able to extract a minimum of 3 to 5 separate pieces of growth from every struggle you have, every fuck up you trip through. Especially because you never get to learn anything just once. There is always another level of patience, always the next level of conflict resolution, always a next level of self-awareness or compassion or empathy. When we put the power in our hands to choose the lessons we are going to learn, we also get to choose how much and how many. We recognize and acknowledge the height and the depth of our own potential in those situations. Instead of sprinting the 200-meter, just start sprinting and see how far you can hold it. Don't let your exterior environment determine how you move. Look within and express wholeheartedly, regardless of anything. If you're going to start focusing on opportunities, trash the idea that they are handed out. They are taken. Choose your lessons in life and don't wait for them to be delivered. See you next time.